So even given that, though, there are still people that would say, me, myself, if I knew that God existed, yes, I would seek a relationship with this person, but I don't think that God exists. Whether I believe that God exists should be a very small determinant of my eternity. And that is why the Christian philosophy is very, very primitive in its belief about morality. Now, as in the Euthyphro dilemma, I wasn't necessarily stating that, and I lost my notes here, good job. I wasn't using the Euthyphro dilemma, I was stating that there's either two possibilities. It seems that Mig was arguing over a might versus right, but again, that's not morality, that is a pet peeve. If God declares it to be so, and therefore it is an ought. That's not what we consider to be morality. That is a pet peeve of God. Now, now I would also like to say that that evidence as of itself is not something that Jesus is apparently avoidant to. He appeared to 500 people. How many of those 500 people would have not accepted him if he had not appeared to them? Of the miracles that he had, I would say that those miracles were there to show something, to show that he was God, to show that to make some sort of proof. But yet, the post-Jesus history is surprisingly human. There are no further real miracles that can be substantiated. There are the spread of Christianity, while quite impressive, although there's plenty other examples of impressiveness, such as Islam, that it does not speak to how true it is. There's plenty of examples of other things happening just as well. And to state that this evidence is so great that we must accept it as the greatest truth in the universe, I think makes some extra leaps and boundaries in logic that it doesn't warrant. You are at once saying God's the greatest being, and then at the same time saying he's so limited in that he can't convince us weak humans that it is best for us to accept a relationship with him. Not force. But I have a feeling that if I could transport myself back in time over and over again, I could convince anyone of anything if I was able to start from when they were young. That of all of the possible universes that God could have created, of all of those, that this is the best one, that a less than 50% of people today accept Jesus Christ as their Savior, that is the best that God could do, and that there's nothing he could have done to convince anyone else, despite the fact he gave so much evidence back then and then suddenly stopped, I think is reason to accept that this is not the truth. And that's how I'm going to have to leave my conclusion for today. I would like to thank Wildcard and MigKillertwo. I have to say, and I honestly believe this, that I greatly enjoyed every moment of this debate, and I still would have even without the bourbon. Thank you very much to Wildcard for doing this, and for everyone in the comment section. Mig, I've actually wanted to do this with you for months, and I'm glad that it finally happened, and I'm looking forward to the discussion afterwards. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm very happy this happened. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I can't tell whether or not you did, but I can tell you that I did, and that means a lot to me. So thank you, Mig. Thank you, Wildcard. I'm going to be hosting the room. It's going to be called Post Debate. I'll open it in a couple minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Mig. Mig. Did he leave? We still have to do Q&A.
What about question and answer?
I heard Wildcard, but what he said is that we have to do question and answer, question and answer, question and answer, question and answer, question and answer.
I was about to go to
for
a bathroom break. That's why I disabled my video. So if you don't mind, I'll be gone for the next 60 seconds.
Key break.
Seriously, wild card. You did. I think everyone did a good job tonight, but I have to say you did a very excellent job too. So thank you very much. While Mig's gone, the three people that happen to be in the text comment that's Agnostic Man, Aaron K, and TE3E. If you'd like, you can ask a question. Listen, I'm going to only state this once. After they're done stating their question, they're going to leave. Do not click on their doc. Ask, put up like a little sign saying whether or not you want to ask a question. Just say question, and Meg and I will pick people to ask a question. You can address it to whomever you like. Not yet. Wait for me to get back. So Aaron K is going to go first. Then I think Agman and P3ER. If anyone goes onto doc without us saying you can go onto doc, any of the mods are more than welcome to kick them. I'm making this very clear. Do not go onto doc unless Mig or I say to go onto doc. Mig, I will let you pick. Oh no, actually it's Aaron, Agman, and then P3E. Or after that, I'll let you pick who gets to ask the first question. Go Aaron, whatever question to whomever you'd like. Actually, I'm sorry, wildcard. You should be saying this.
Okay, so I get to ask a question or what?
You do this, wildcard. I'm sorry, I overstepped my boundaries. Wildcard may be on a bathroom break, so just go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, this one's for Honest Discussioner. Do you think that the four canonical Gospels were actually authored by the traditionally accepted authors? That is, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John actually wrote Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. That's the question.
I would have to say no on that. I've heard some theists claim some of them were actually written by it. I've yet to hear the claim that all of them were actually written by all of them. I've seen many Christian scholars state that is not necessarily the case, as well that it's not necessarily important. I believe that I have enough arguments as to the point where I don't really hold that as a major point of contention. I mean, my basic beliefs in general is that I want to accept a claim on its basis. So who said the claim isn't necessarily quite as important to me as whether the claim makes any sense and actually can be verified and all of that. So at the moment, at least, I consider who wrote the Gospels a non-issue unless I hear a good argument that it's important for or against it. And I haven't really, so I don't believe they were. As far as I understand, the general consensus is that they were in fact not written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I don't really, it's nothing I discuss on a regular basis. I've never really mentioned it up until this point. Okay, I think it is Agman now. Wildcard, just let me know when you're back.
Is it my turn?
Yep, ask whatever question to whomever you'd like.
Okay, how you doing, guys? Just to make Killer, just a little reiteration of what HD said before in his closing statement. I just would like to get your reaction. You did hit a few times on the you have to enter into a relationship